Hi guys, in the Baxi boiler, they've got no hot water. Look at there. Right. Where if you go, look at that. Yeah. So you got a hot water tap there. You got a radiator on there, that one there, and that one is a burner. So what we're going to do is I'm going to switch this light off, and I've got the domestic hot water sensor here, and that's just a magnet here. So what we're going to do is switch the light off, and we're going to have this light coming on, like that. You see? So we know that that is not faulty, that's working fine. We're going to be changing it's going to be hard here. Okay. So what I've done, guys, I've loosened it from here, turned the gas pipe here, and now it's going to give me a bit more space. So a lot more space to open that baby up now. Okay. So while you're doing that, guys, just got to make sure that you've turned the gas supply off. Okay, the isolation valve is in the power. Okay. Just to let you know, the boiler is in a very awkward position, very low on the ground level. So now I ain't got no restriction here. Just don't pipe on it, and hopefully now. Whoa. Okay, that's not part of the plan yet. Right, that's quite hard now. Right, guys, I'm back the next day, and guess what happened? While I was trying to take it out, it snapped. Half was inside the boiler, and the other half in my hand. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to change the whole return manifold on this boiler. Right, guys, back to this Baxi again. The first thing we're gonna do is switch the power off. Power off. Right. Right, guys, now that I've drained the system down, first thing I have to do is I've taken the pump out, which is over here. I'm a bit short on space here, it's really low down. So the pump's out. I've taken the screw out for the plate, loosen that one, so that's done. Right, now I've got some more space. The only problem is this screw here, this one. Right, just this one here. It's coming from underneath. If that's rounded off, then I'm screwed. So I think that's the next project. First thing to do is loosen that screw up. Right, so the guys, see the screw I was dreading the most? There's this one there. Right, I think it's 8mm as well. I could have put on budget. But anyway, it's so loose. You see? So I'm just gonna, it's loose. That made my life so much easier. Okay, it's out. It's out and it's falling somewhere down there. That's the screw there. That's made my life so much easier now. Okay, just that hard nut to do, and there. Right, guys, I had to force this baby up. That's the pressure relief valve. Took that off, and I had to turn it. Now, because it's got an Allen key at the bottom, I disconnected it from the pipe and I had to turn it up, right? That way I can get my spanner in over there to that 22mm. Okay. Hopefully that should do the job now. Right guys, it's all disconnected and we're going to be taking it out now here. It's all disconnected now. Is what it's stuck on? There it is. Whew. Just got to disconnect the pressure gauge and that's basically it. So baby, this is the way we're going to change it to. Right. Let's hope for the best, only because this bugger here broke inside. I'll show you the film in that in a bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in the reverse order now. Okay, so we're going to put it in first. So guys, what I've done is loosen that first, so the PRV goes around easily. Yeah, the reason I'm doing that is because I can't get my spanners in from underneath. I probably can if I work really hard and go on my knees, but the board is really low now. If you can see, the board is on the ground level. Right, it's very low. So I'm going to try and do it from this hole here. If that doesn't work, then I'm going to have to, don't know what, I really don't know how I'm going to do it then. But let's see when we get to that situation, what we're going to do then. Okay, so let's put this baby in and then we'll see what happens. Alright, before I put it in, I'm going to make sure I got these washers in. That's what the plate exchanger here. So make sure I got them in first. Right, the plate exchanger's in, secured. Right, hopefully. Yep. Yep, that's in. Now we're going to tackle these two now. Okay, something I'm dreading. Right guys, I've got the hot water connected and I've also opened the valve underneath. See that valve there? I haven't fully opened it, but I've opened it. Right, so the water's in there, it's pressurized now. So that part's working fine. Now this one here, I'm going to tighten. So guys, I had to take the plate exchanger off. I had to take the cover the inlet out again to get that baby on. That was hard, man. So I had to take it all out because I couldn't line it up. Now that guy lined up, this one's got a couple of threads on it. All I gotta do is tighten in there and then the plate exchanger will go on at the end. Okay, I make the mistakes, but it takes time, man. So that was tightened, guys. Now I'm going to tighten this one. Hopefully that will do. So I've got a big spanner, and then we're just going to make sure it's tight here. Last thing I want is leaks on this baby. Yeah, that's fine. It's tight now. Okay. And that one's tight too. Nightmare. Right guys, everything's on. Everything's secure, yeah. It's got the pump to do and pressure gauge. Now the pressure gauge, I got, oh, there you go. Make sure you put a new washer on it. Comes with it here. And there. And hopefully that's it. Not really. And all you do now is just tighten it up. That's it. It's tight. Best way to find out is not wiggling. Okay. Right guys, now the pump's on. Just the 2 screws there. And the one over there just above the POV. Yeah. Just the 2 screws for that. Right, I think everything's done. Just gotta connect the POV. And that's it. Ready to fill it up now. Fingers crossed. Right then, I'm filling it up now. While I'm doing that, I'm just checking it out. Let's see if there's any issues. I can't hear any hissing and wishing, so I don't think there's any leaks. The pressure's going up. So the pressure's enough now, yeah? In the green. I'm ready to put the power on. Okay. Right, in the kitchen. Boop boop. I'll be back here. Right, we know it works, so we're gonna switch the heating on and make sure everything circulates first. Right. Oh, what a nightmare. This is where I was being working, on the floor. Right, the central heating is on. It's letting all circulating. All the air is going to come out of it, so okay. Nope. Right guys, the boiler's on. I'm just checking for any leaks. That looks okay inside there. No leaks. All good. Yep, that looks okay. Right. I'm just checking the POVs, not leaking or anything. No, that's fine as well. Right. That's basically it. Alright guys, it's time to pack up now. Pressure, we've had to repressurize it and temperature there. And I'm going to pack up now. I'm going to test the hot water right now. Actually, I'm going to do it here, it's too splashy, it's too much. Let's do it here. Get this warming up. Right, we're getting warm water, very warm water now. This one. It's coming through. Okay. Right, it's coming through very hot now. Ooh. Yeah, it's coming out very hot now. So that's fine. Right guys, so in this job, what did we do? We had to change this return manifold monoblock on a Baxi. Yeah. The reason we had to do that is because that was broken inside here. That's this part here. I wanted to change it and I couldn't change it because it snapped inside. It snapped on me. It's all corroded and rusted. So it seized in. The only other option was take drilling it and all that BS. We forget that we just got a new one, a reconditioned one actually, and they changed it because a brand new one is so expensive on these. So I had to get a recon. Okay, no, it doesn't belong there. So it belongs here. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. A bit of a nightmare to change, especially this part, this nut here. But I had to take it all off again, do it again, and then put this nut on first, then this one, and then the plate heat exchanger, and it worked fine after that. Right guys, that's where the boiler is. Right low there. Anyway, we sorted it out, it's all working fine. The hot water is working fine, the heat is working fine now as well. And we got no leaks at all. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Till next time, Birmingham Boiler Fix. Knackered. Whoa.